Okay, so different setting, different day. Um, from the last video, but I wanted to do my review of Victoria Mary Clark's book, Angel in Disguise. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. And you know what? It gave me There's No Place Like Home vibes. I don't know if that was her intent, but when I say that, I mean that why should we go further than our own backyard to find happiness? Why should we go further than our inner self to find happiness? I think, at least what I got out of it was to trust your higher power, to trust your inner voice, to trust your instincts. And if you want to make something happen, you have got to take the steps to do so. And that's something that I've been saying for a long time now. It's something that I have been saying in my own groups, is that you've got to take a baby step every day if you're going to reach your goals. No matter what that baby step is. Even if it's just writing down your goals. In fact, there's a quote in here that I've underlined. When I read it, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I am reading my own words. And I should have done like Andrew Marlowe does. Check his channel out, Andrew Marlowe. He actually puts little sticky note or notes, somehow papers sticking up out of the book to find his spots, which I think is a great idea. I'm quoting from her book. If you had a garden, would you plant seeds and then just hope they grew? Or would you fertilize the soil and pull up the weeds and water them to help them along? That's exactly right. You can't expect something to grow from like nothing. And then but the other line that really resonated with me, because it's my personal philosophy. Watch me not be able to find it again. There it is. Until you begin to take the steps to bring your dreams into reality, they will continue to be daydreams. Right? Absolutely. One of the things I found very fascinating. What did y'all think? This was a giant lollipop? One of the things that I found to be very fascinating in reading her book is that she was surrounded by famous people. Like she already knew Johnny Depp when she wrote this in 2009. People like Kate Moss. She was Shane McGowan's girlfriend. Is his wife now. But even then, she was surrounded by these famous people and got to attend these awesome events and go to these amazing places. And yet she seemed to feel like an outcast, like she didn't belong, like she wasn't enough. And she wanted to be famous in her own right. And that was her dream. But what I took away from it was that she wasn't able to really achieve, even to be happy, until she accepted who she was, where she was, her place in life, and began to find the good in all of it. And then opportunities seemed to start to open up for her. You know, she stopped walking around, woe is me. I don't like this. I don't like that about my life. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. And we all do that. I want a better life. I wish I had a better life. I wish I was rich. I wish I was famous. I don't want that famous part. Y'all can keep that. I've seen what happens to these famous people. Y'all can keep that. But once she accepted the good, I think this is what I got from it, that she already had in her life, other opportunities started to present themselves. And in her book, she does seem to speak to angels, or at least she feels like she's speaking to angels, or they're speaking to her. I don't know if in her head or through her heart, but I kind of think it's like that small voice that we hear when we're praying, you know, seeking advice from our higher power. That's kind of what I got from it. And trust yourself. Yeah, trust your inner voice. Kate Moss says it's fucking brilliant. Excuse the language. On the back, I'll read the back to you. Victoria Mary Clark was miserable, separated from soulmate Shane McGowan after 20 years, broke, hopeless, fat, and nearly 40. She had no reason to get out of bed until one day, not expecting an answer, she demanded some help from whatever is up there in charge of things. And to her utter astonishment, an angel answered. This is the true story of what happened next, of the conversations that followed and the miracles that resulted. It is a beautiful book that I highly, highly recommend. It will stir something up in you. For me, bottom line, it kind of lit a fire under me. Realizing that there's choices that I need to make, and things are not going to change for me until I make those choices. Until I take the next steps to make it happen. So, Victoria Mary Clark, Angel in Disguise. Go get it. I'll put the link to her website down below. And go subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's a beautiful lady with a beautiful soul. And I just adore her even more after reading this. God bless.